Okay, so I'm rolling. I am here with Leogun, and we are at what the hell is this club? Satellite in Silver Lake, and I am lucky enough to be the person who gets to interview them. Yay! Okay, so my first question is: after being completely blown away by hearing your music, I'm dying to hear the story of how the three of you got together, became a band, and started making music.
We've been Matt and I have been playing together since we were kids, like since we were 13 years old, and we met in school. Slapped a bass in his hand, and we started jamming from there on in, playing pubs and clubs around London when we were, just about able to see over the bar, and so we got to college. We were doing it for a long period of time. We started to think about how to write songs, and got picked up by management. This is the short story really. Picked up by management, and then got involved with Yamaha Entertainment Group out in America here. Came out to do our album, and then drafted Mikey as the new drummer. So that's the short.
That's 10 years. That's
So,
10 years.
Mike, when did you get into the picture?
Probably about a year ago. After the occasions with the band before with the drummers, I was just called upon to play a gig, like a one-off show, and then it just resulted in another show, and another show, and it just seemed as though it was a perfect match really between all of us.
Okay. Can you guys tell me about your name? You probably get that question a lot. My first thought, I didn't really know anything about it. Of course, I have read something, but I want it in your own words. But my first thought was that it was just a pretty cool name for like a really badass rock band. So I didn't put any more thought into it until I saw that there was meaning.
Yeah.
But if you could tell me in your own words.
Well, we were called Mad Dog before, so we were really into that imagery of being called Mad Dog, and it was it was very sort of instantaneous. You could remember it. So we had to change the name because it was just potentially going to land us in trouble, especially in America, because other bands were using it, etc. We wanted to just have something unique. So I wanted the imagery to sort of be as impactful as Mad Dog. So we just started thinking about lions and that sort of aggression and how that would relate to the music. And we were just playing around with words and just trading ideas around. And Leo came up, and then Leogun, and the word was born, and it was like, half man, half lion. Okay, let's go with that. And yeah, so we like to.
Very cool. Your EP is about to be released. What day does it actually come out, and what's the best way for fans to get their hands on it?
Well, the best way to come is to come and see us at one of our shows, and they're all up on our website and on our Facebook and all of those sorts of things. But other than that, it's out on the 16th of October, and it will be available to download.
Great.
From the 16th of October. 16th.
So, is tonight the first night of your tour? I know you have quite a few dates in the U.S. after this.
Yeah. Well, this is the second.
Okay. Prior to this, did you guys get to play a lot of shows in the U.S. like when you were recording the EP? I know you recorded in Nashville.
Well, no. We had to. We concentrated so much time and effort on the recording, and we went back to play shows and sort of keep people at home in London sort of interested in the project and the band and that. And been out to Russia a couple of times. That's been a lot of fun. But this is kind of our first time to stretch our legs in the US. So.
Okay. So this question is actually for you, Matt and Tommy. When you guys first started playing together, what was the music that you were creating together like way back then?
I don't know. It was like back then. It was kind of like straight up rock music, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of probably with missing some focus on like songs would be quite long, maybe like 7 minutes long. And then we as we got older, we sort of went a little bit more grungy and sort of a lot more riff driven, and then sort of developed into focus, like Tom, like writing much more sort of accessible radio things that could be played on radio, like for time wise, and sort of hooks and stuff like that.
Hooks especially, came into it like a lot later.
Okay, what is your creative process like? And, double-edged question, are the 4 songs on the EP all new relatively, or are they older songs that you've been playing for a while?
Well, Let's Be Friends has sort of been around for a while, but it's been just sort of, I kind of cut the fat off of it and made it, made it quite lean and 3 minutes long and sort of more radio friendly. A lot more recently, but the idea's been around for ages. But things like End of the World and Every Day, they're pretty new. Yeah.
I think we recorded End of the World before we even played it live, didn't we?
Yeah, we hadn't even ever played it live. Yeah. So yeah, that was a real fresh one. But it's cool if when it comes to the creative process, if the guys have got an idea and we work on that in a jam, and if I sit around and do a lot of writing at home as well and bring ideas to the table and work on hooks and riffs and things like that, so yeah, it can be as a group thing, or I'll bring ideas in as well, and so it's kind of just it's organic. It's wherever the idea comes from is where it comes from. That's it.
Okay, I'm going to